What's up, G's? Welcome back to the video. I have a special treat for you, which is that I'm going to provide you with a full training program.
News telling lies, check the facts that they cover. Cause my people out here crying, or they dying, or they suffer. And just notice for my people up in Gaza and Ramallah, and it's free Palestine until it's backwards, motherfucker. I'm a speaker for my people, fuck this rap shit. Forcing children out their homes when they ain't have shit. Killing mothers, children, asking why there's no one here to love them. And y'all really asking questions why it's war, motherfuck them. Cause I know that everyone knows it's time to take Palestine back this time. We won't hesitate now, I know that this is the sound of war.
What about Uds, Ramallah, West Bank, yeah, for Gaza? 2 time for the people in Palestine, strapped up, ready, all black
for 1 month. This is for beginners who aim to get bigger and look more aesthetic. Yeah. So, let's get into the video. Alright, so this program, the basics are this. It's a full body program. You're going to be targeting all the major muscles on all the days that you're in the gym. You're going to be in the gym 3 times a week. And we'll have at least 1 rest day in the middle. You're going to be doing something else on the rest day, as I will talk about later, but weight training will be confined to 3 days per week. A good way to structure it might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But you can pick whatever days that are good for you. Now again, to reiterate, the program is for beginners. I have kept things simple. So for those of you people who are already going to the gym, already have more experience, perhaps this may not apply to you. Perhaps you might need to do more. But for beginners, this is a good place to start. The way that I've built this program is that you are working on all the major muscles, starting from your legs on every single day. And now, the reason why we are starting from legs on every single day is because legs are the base of your body. They need to be strong. They need to be athletic for the rest of your body to develop proportionally, but more importantly, to stay away from injury and to actually have benefit in the real world outside the gym. Plus, you don't want to look like a V-shaped person who has small legs. You want to look kind of like X, where your legs are also strong and big, and your upper body is also strong and big, and you have a relatively small waist. That is what is most aesthetic, looks the best. Girls certainly like it, but more importantly, it is also very functional, and we want to be functional. We don't want to only achieve something that perhaps just looks good. But the great thing is, within exercise and weight training, I don't think that there is a proper way to train where you can only look good and are not at least slightly more capable, athletically speaking. And I'm talking about natural athletes. With steroids, it's a different argument. I don't really know because I've never used any. So let's get into it. Day 1. We've got our squat variation. Squat variation means that you can do squats, barbell squats. That would be a go-to exercise. But let's say you can't do that. You don't have the mobility and you still have to stretch and practice your mobility before you can do a proper squat. So if you cannot do a proper squat, then do a variation of the squat. There's a hack squat machine in the gym. I personally really like it. Really hits the quadriceps, the front of the thighs, and you can use that. But if you can't do any sort of squatting, then I would say do lunges, which is essentially a one-legged squat, kind of. Not really, because your other leg is also helping you a little bit, but you are doing a one-legged. Your majority of the weight is on that front leg. And for all the major exercises that I think that people don't understand how to do, I will post the link below, not from me, from somebody else on YouTube who has already made an explanation video on how to do the squats or how to do the exercise. So for this exercise, we're going to be doing 4 sets of 10 reps. What is 4 sets mean? It means that you're going to be doing 10 times of that movement, and then you rest. uh, Once you've done 10 times of that movement, so let's say for example I'm doing bicep curls. I'm just going to show you like this, although this is not how you do bicep curls. Your arm has to be down, but I'll show you like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's until 10, and then you stop, you rest. That's 1 set. You have to do 4 of those. Okay. Second exercise, bench press. Bench press is a horizontal push movement. It will develop up your chest, front of the shoulders, triceps, and it has some carryover to other exercise, other movements. So it's a good staple exercise to have in a program. You should be doing 4 sets of 10 reps. Then, next exercise, we've got pull-ups, but because a lot of you guys are beginners, you may not be able to do a pull-up. Then in that case, do pull-downs, but still practice pull-ups. Try pull-ups. There is a pull-up machine where it has a chair on the bottom, and it gives you a little bit of push. When you put weight, you can attach, basically it reduces your body weight and makes pull-ups easier for you. You can use that machine, but I would highly suggest doing negatives. So you jump up to the bar, you get the bar here, and then you slowly lower yourself all the way down. And then you jump up to the bar, get your chin above the bar, then slowly lower yourself. If you do that for a week, I guarantee you probably will be able to do at least 1 pull-up. Then next exercise we have Romanian deadlifts. We have, they build up the quads, the glutes, so your hips, your legs, all of these muscles, they need to be built, and Romanian deadlift is great for that. If you're speaking technically, basically the muscles that it's building are on the back of your body, on the back of your legs, and also your mid back, upper back, they are also involved within the movement. Then we have lateral raises, which are superset with rear delt flies. So lateral raises are for the side shoulders, and rear delt flies are for the back of your shoulders. The back of, or maybe it's I should show you, back of the shoulder and side of the shoulder. So what I mean by superset is that you complete 1 set of rear delts, and then you go on to one set of lateral flies, you go on to 1 set of rear delt flies without any rest, and then you rest after 1 set of each has been completed, and you repeat this process for 4 times, and you are doing 15 repetitions of both of these exercises supersetted. Then we have slow decline sit-ups with a twist. Now, when you are doing sit-ups, try to curl your body. So there's a decline bench which you lie down and you get your legs hooked in and you slowly curl your body up. Remember, you're not sitting up, you are curling up. Although the name says sit-ups, but I've realized that sit-up is the wrong name for that exercise. You're trying to build your abs. Your abs are involved in spinal flexion, which means to curl your body, not to just straight down. You have to bend your back. So this is one of those exercises where you shouldn't keep your back straight. You should be curling your back. That's the best way I can describe it. And then finally we have curls and extensions. What do I mean by curls and extensions? What I mean is bicep curls, tricep extensions. And all it really means is that you do 1 exercise for the biceps. Could be bicep curls, could be hammer curls, could be reverse curls, could be cable curls, any sort of curl for your biceps, and any sort of exercise for the triceps. Could be cable extension, could be dumbbell overhead extension, could be basically just choose any type of extension. You can go on Google and write tricep extension exercises, write that on YouTube, whatever, and you will find tricep extension exercise. Very simple, easy to do, just a single joint exercise, you're focusing on this portion here. So you're focusing on here, this area. Okay, then we have day two. Day two, we start off with lunges, which is, as I described before, kind of a single leg squat. Not really, but halfway there, a little bit more than halfway there. And you can do this with dumbbells, you can do this with barbells, or you can just do this with body weight. Because as a beginner, I don't know what level you are on of athleticism, so maybe you're not able to do any type of weighted activity yet with lunges. So just do body weight. You are going to be doing 4 sets of 8 repetitions on each leg. So 8 reps for one leg, 8 reps for the other leg. Then you have shoulder press. Shoulder press is this exercise. Yeah. So you've got 4 sets of 15 reps. And I will tell you the tempo later. Then we have rows. Rows is a horizontal pull movement. So you are pulling like that. I mean, obviously not exactly like that. I will link a video. You can watch the video on how to do it exactly, but this is the motion basically. And this will build up your upper and middle back quite well. And depending on which row you're doing, it will target different area of the back. But it's really good for the thickness of the back, which you shouldn't really be concerned with right now as a beginner. We're just building up the foundations. Then you have, after rows, you have dips / push-ups. Now, why I put / push-ups? Because many of you might not be able to do dips with the proper parallel bars. So you can do push-ups, and you have to superset this with incline flies. So take a bench and keep it incline, and then you do flies, which is this activity. Okay? And you have to do, sorry I didn't write this, but I'll just say it here. You have to do 4 sets of 10 reps. Then we have leg curls. Leg curls is for your hamstrings. It's a machine. You will do 4 sets of 15 reps. Then we have slow decline sit-ups with a twist, and you're going to be doing 4 sets of 15 reps right there. Which is the same exercise as before, but I changed up the repetitions. Nice to keep a little bit of variety within the days. Then on day 3, we come down here. Day 3 is you've got leg press with body weight squat. Leg press is a machine where you lie down and you press the weight up with your legs like that. Let's say these are your legs, you press it up like that. And as soon as you're done with one set, you get off the machine, do squats with your body weight, and that will count as one set. So you are doing 4 sets of 12 repetitions. So 12 reps on the leg press, 12 bodyweight squats, and that's one set. 12-12, one set. 12-12, one set. And 4 of these sets. Next one is rows. 4 sets of 8 reps. Again, you can choose a different type of row. So let's say the previous days you did a row which was a cable row. You can today do a machine row. You can do a dumbbell row. You can do any row. But you keep the weight so that you're doing 4 sets of 8 reps. Then you have incline dumbbell press. Incline dumbbell press it will build all of your chest, but it's good to do incline dumbbell press because I learned this throughout my training. I've been doing a lot of flat barbell bench press and flat dumbbell bench press, and I realized that my upper chest is really lacking. And essentially you really only need to build the upper chest, because if you're building the upper and mid chest, your entire chest will develop. But if you're neglecting the upper chest, then your middle and lower chest will develop, but your upper chest will be weak, which doesn't feel like a complete look, and I'm working on this right now because I've neglected my upper chest. So this is why I put this in here, so that this doesn't happen to you guys, where you guys later on after years of lifting or even months, and you realize that, okay, maybe I should have been doing a more incline bench press. So You do incline dumbbell press, get a nice stretch. Remember, dumbbells are single hand, so you've got dumbbells and barbells. You're not talking about the bar. We're talking about dumbbells. So they're in each hand. They allow you to get a bigger stretch, and it is easier on your shoulders. You don't get shoulder injuries as much with dumbbell presses as you do with barbell presses. Then the next exercise we have is supinated pull downs, superset with push-ups, and 4 sets of 10 reps of these. So what is supinated pull downs? Supinated pull downs is this. You go up to a pull down machine, one of those with a bar, you're pulling down here, and you grab it like this. Not like this, like this. This is supinated, this is pronated. So this is pronated, this is supinated. This is how we grab the bar. With both hands, pull it down. This will be working your back, and you are supersetting this with push-ups. So as soon as you get off this, start doing push-ups. And you're going to be doing 4 sets of 10 reps. So 10 repetition of one exercise, 10 repetition of another exercise, and then you rest. And then basically you do this 4 times. And then we have decline sit-ups with a twist, 4 sets of 8 reps. If 8 reps are too easy, then use a weight. Hold the weight on your upper chest and curl yourself up. And finally, we've got bicep curls, tricep extensions. Just pick any bicep curl exercise, hammer curls, pronated curls, dumbbell curls, barbell curls, cable curls, whatever. Okay, just as long as the bicep is working and it's an isolation movement, and you have to superset this with tricep extensions. So you've got your arms covered. Okay, so now that is simple. Follow those 3 days, just like I said, with 1 rest day in the middle. So what should you be doing on the rest day? Ideally, you should be doing stretching on the rest day, because this is something I neglected throughout my lifting journey, and I realize how important it is. Because now when I lift heavy, sometimes I get knee pain, sometimes I get pain in the back, etc., etc. And as I've started doing stretching now more regularly, those things are happening less and less to me. So it's best to just start from in the beginning. That way you don't have to deal with it later on. So on the rest days, do a stretching routine. I will perhaps link somebody's stretching routine down, or I might follow it and make a video, and then you guys can copy me, because I'm also not very flexible. So it will be enlightening to those guys who are also like me, not very flexible, and they're able to resonate with that. So maybe I will do that. But anyways, just find a simple stretching routine. Could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, could be 15 minutes, or could be longer, depending on how much time you got. But trust me, stretching is one of those things that I neglected and should really not have neglected. So I'm giving you guys this heartfelt advice that don't neglect stretching. Stretch, it's important. Okay, stretching and cardio. Ideally, you should be doing 30 minutes of cardio on your off days. What do I mean by cardio? Fast walking. Fast walking is fine if that's all you can do. Jogging is good. Any type of running is good. Yes, and I know I also hate running. Hate perhaps is not the right word. I don't enjoy cardio. Running. I don't enjoy jogging. I can sprint, but I don't enjoy jogging. But it's something that's important. You must condition your cardio system, your heart, lungs, etc., because they are also part of, they work together with the muscular system. So when one becomes better, the other also becomes better. But when one is deficient, it affects the other one also. So if you are extremely deficient in your cardio, it will affect your weight training. You will be gassed out of breath every set. This doesn't feel good. So it's nice to do a bit of cardio, and then it has lots of other benefits in daily life. And okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, you must be training hard. So the sets and the reps I've prescribed are corresponding to the failure principle that I was talking about in a previous video I uploaded a few days ago. And what it means is that you should be getting close to failure, which means that you should not be able to do many more reps after your set is finished. So the number that I give you is that you should be within 3 reps of failure. So let's say you're doing your bench press and you get to your 10th rep. You should ask yourself this question: if I was to do more reps, how many more could I do? If that answer is more than 3, then the weight is too light. You need to increase the weight, and then try again. And when you find that weight where you can do, let's say, 12 reps and you're really struggling, okay, so that is the weight you use for 4 sets of 10 reps. And trust me, if you use a weight where you're struggling on the 12th or 13th rep in the first set, you will certainly be failing by the 4th set within 10 reps. So that's how we choose our weight to put on the bar, or the amount of weight to pick up for whichever exercise. Failure is the key. And for big exercises like squats and bench press and deadlifts, I recommend we go for technique failure over complete muscular failure. So what does that mean? That means that when your technique starts to break down, when your technique suffers and you cannot hold your positioning right, that's what we count as failure for those exercises. For the smaller exercises, which are single jointed, like for example leg curls, bicep curls, tricep extensions, lateral raises, which is like this one, and all of these single joint exercises, we can go to full failure, where you really cannot do one more rep. That's okay, you can get close to it. But for the big exercise, which are multi-joint, which are basically squats, deadlifts, bench press, overhead press, and these four. If your form is breaking down, if your back is curling during a deadlift, or your knees are caving in during a squat, okay, so that is now failure for you guys as beginners. And the reason for that is because we don't want to get injured, not in this first month. Okay, how long should each repetition take? So let's say I'm doing bicep curls. It should take 5 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 5 seconds each repetition. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly that every single rep, don't worry, but that's just your aim. Okay, keep that in your mind. The next thing. So the next thing is that how long should you rest in between each set? You should be resting between 1 to 3 minutes. Okay, that is my recommendation to you. Don't rest less than 1 minute, because if you're resting less than 1 minute, then you're not going heavy enough, in my opinion. You need at least a minute to recover from a heavy set, from a set where you're getting close to failure. And you can go all the way up to 3 minutes if that's what required, but don't go past 3 minutes. Don't be resting, using your phone in between sets and for 5, 6, 10 minutes and just chilling. No, you want to push your body hard to get the most out of it. If you're doing a lot of chilling and socializing and going on your phone in between sets, you're losing a lot. You're losing your concentration. You're losing probably extra time. The workout intensity goes down. The energy that you're putting in, the I don't know what the best way to describe this is, but the effort you're putting in certainly will go down if you are chilling in between your sets. In between your sets, you should be preparing for your next set. Okay, allowing your body to recover, taking a little bit of a breather, but don't distract yourself. Get yourself ready for that next set. Psych yourself up. So 1 to 3 minutes in between sets, because some people are more fit, some people are less fit, so you can take your pick, but don't go above or below between this 1 and 3. Stay between this 1 and 3 minutes for resting. Your technique for every single exercise is a priority, extremely high priority. As a beginner, I don't know how many beginners get injured because they go to they start ego lifting. So they start trying to pick up weights that they can't handle, and then instead of gaining muscle, they end up gaining an injury, which uh, keeps them out of the gym sometimes. So instead of doing that, use weights that may seem like you may be underconfident when you're using small weights, but trust me, now I'm a pretty big guy, maybe not coming across on camera, but generally speaking, I'm a pretty big guy now, and I still use small weights for some exercises. Why? Because my goal there is not to show off how much weight I can lift, but rather it is to train the muscle appropriately. And you will know when you're training the muscle appropriately. You will feel a burning sensation within the muscle. The muscle is working hard. You will know when the muscle is working hard, and you will know when you are trying to ego lift. If you're trying to ego lift, then you will feel like your joints are not moving properly. There's too much tension in areas where it doesn't feel right. Whereas with muscle tension, it feels right. When you're burning in your muscles, it doesn't feel wrong. And I know this sounds a bit esoteric, but there is a positive pain and negative pain, I would say. The muscular pain during training is positive. It feels positive. And if you get joint aches within training, that just feels weird. That doesn't feel like you're growing or you're training. That just feels like you're getting injured. So listen to your body. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Listen to your body as you train, and keep your technique crispy, crunchy. Keep it sexy. Keep it good. Okay. Final thing I would say here is that, guys, conscious. An audacious man is always conscious. And as I'm trying to become more conscious about my life, I would implore that you also do the same during your workout. Every single repetition, be conscious about it. Listen to some of Arnold's lectures where he goes on, and he was always like imagining his muscles growing and imagining his muscles working, etc., etc. You can do those things. Utilize your mind. See your muscle working really hard, and it will grow. So, as the universal law goes, the universal law of reciprocity, I would say, the more you put in, the more you get out of it. So, the more effort you put in training, the more you will get out of it. Okay? So, train hard, but train safe. And stay audacious. I'll catch you on the next one. I hope I covered everything. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments. And look out for more content. And we will see each other soon. Peace.